Hello, Divine Sunshiners. Stay uplifted, stay motivated, stay ascended. Namaste, Namago. I just want to add in a footnote so we know the difference. I was just getting ready to do the Divine Masculine, no communication, but I said, let me come back and tell you all about those of you all, what's the difference. And I'm going to put this in the beginning. So but I came back as an afterthought. Those of you all that are in communication, what I mean is not I'm looking at him on Facebook and he liking my stuff and that's it. Or I'm on Instagram and he liking my stuff. No, I'm talking about like communication, like you can actually talk to your divine counterpart, okay, whether it's a female or a male, that you actually are in communications with them. Like you can shoot them an email or you have talked to them, those kind of things like that. Not just looking and seeing and my friend and my bestie telling me about what's going on with them and I'm communicating with them in the higher echelons or whatever like that. That's not what I'm talking about. Or I'm talking about actually you are able to communicate with that person. So I mean, rather they pick up and you have talked to them here recently or whatever, but you can communicate with them. That's what I mean by that one. So I wanted to kind of like again verify that a little bit, so in case some of you all was kind of a little fuzzy. All right, let's see what I'm talking about after this. Okay, bye. Hello, this is Divine Sunshine. I'm going to do something new. I've been wanting to do one that's in communication, one that's not in communication. So this is going to be DM to DF in communication. Just kind of see what's going on because all of us vary on different parts of the journey. And I wanted to kind of tap in and do that. So let's look and see about how is the DM feeling. Clear. Well, I'm waiting for my floor to dry where I am. So tell me, what is the DM feeling? What message does he want the DM to feel this in communication? All right. Okay, so the DMs that's in communication, the thing that he wants you to know is that he feels inspired. To me, it seems like he's kind of really working out a plan right now for what's going on. Something has stimulated him. He's challenged by something, but by this challenge is caused him to be moved, like moved by the heart, and which is a movement of the heart, which is caused him to inspire, which is causing him to be able to create that magician mode that's in here. But when I see, like you say, he's getting irritated by the small stuff, like the little things. Every little thing's starting to irritate him. I'm feeling that he's annoyed and aggravated because he's feeling like some things should be moving along much better than what it is, and it's bothering him. Because of that, he's feeling depressed as well about this, because he feels like it's like a black hole. Everything is getting sucked in, and he's feeling kind of empty, feeling numb, and he might be a little withdrawn. So if those of you all that have been in communication with your divine masculine, maybe he's not talking as much, maybe he's less on the talking when he does. And so, again, you send him love wherever he is, but again, like, we're not taking up the karma, we're not taking up the lesson, we're not taking up the brunt for what's going on, but at the same time, just energetically that know, hey, you can do this, I'm with you, you got this, hey, and this is about pretty much, what you can do at this point for them. All right then. But at the same time, he said he's grateful. To me, he say he's grateful for the things that helped him, to give him like food for thought, like giving him energy and nourishment. He's getting an understanding of some things like this, and he's very grateful for he's saying for the simplest things, the things that have come natural, that's not even just for the material things, but it's like, the food that I eat, because that helps me. So those things he feels very grateful for. Those are in communication. But at the same time, he feels powerless. He feels his hands is tied at this moment. He feels paralyzed, and he's ineffective, paralyzed to make the next move, paralyzed to actually do anything, and he feels kind of ineffective. Ineffective is like, what's the purpose? I mean, it's like I just can't use it, my power, I can't exert, I can't do anything. So it's causing him to feel weak at this point. But he is receptive. He's like, I'm waiting for, the God or source or anything to just come rain down. I'm hearing SWV song. Rain down on me. Let your spirit benefit. Rain on me. So he wants things, he's receptive for, to me, the rain, water means spirit, for blessings to flow. And then also understanding that, right now, just trying to find the beauty that's in it, but understanding that just like the roses have thorns. No rose, no beauty, no thorn, no beauty. So again, there's pain also in gaining the beauty and the understanding of getting a new perspective, they're saying, of their surroundings, getting a new perspective about what's going on, what things really are great. Before, they were a little bit, I'm picking up with them, they were a little pessimistic about things, but now they've opened up their eyes to see some opportunity they brought to me, and some optimism about things that's going on. He knows right now that even in the thing of the whole situation, there's love. It's platonic. Maybe some of you all that are in communication is not really have been like that other kind of, it's like that agape love, that's spiritual, that's God. He feels loved. He says, some of them say they feel valued by that love. They're really understanding in some ways their self-worth. They're feeling nurtured. They're really tender. And I'm picking up, when I look at the card, they say that's because of the divine feminine. Those of you all that are in communication with me, it's for the divine feminine. They feel some kind of way that you're nurturing them, that you also, they feel some kind of devotion about that, and they know they feel the affection about it. However, there's still this resistance when it comes to freedom. They feel like, again, that in some ways they're being dragged along to be able to do this. There's a dragging of trying to say, come on, dragging by spirit, maybe even feeling tugging or dragging by you, dragging of themselves. So there's a conflict. And we know, when I went through the list of conflicts, where they come from is man versus man, man versus self, man versus society, man versus man versus supernatural, which would be spirit, entities, and in whatever it is like that. Man versus God, man versus technology. So there's this conflict of trying to pull him from where he is. When I look at this don't look like a horse, it look like a mule. It's some things that he been a little bit of stubborn like a mule about. And spirit is like, come on, let's go. But at the same time, he has been respectful. To me, he's been respectful of you as the divine feminine. He's been respectful of a lot of things, that he's really felt that at the end of the day, he wants to be respectful for all parties or energies that is involved, rather it's spirit, rather it's himself, those things. So he finds himself, maybe at sometimes he's found himself bowing down to energies, maybe kind of pulling back a little bit. It's just like, hey, okay, just in karate, we didn't battle it out, these energies, but at the same time, it's just like not bowing down because I'm giving up my energy and because I'm weak. It's just out of understanding what you coming to the table with. And right now, it's just like really trying to have this balance. More so, it is in the situation. It's kind of hard for you to understand, like, what? But he's not saying that it's some kind of way. It's just like, almost like they're showing me like a willow, which is, again, when the wind comes, it kind of bends this with the wind and comes back. It's like, I respect the wind. I understand what's the purpose of the wind. And so I'm not going to stand against the wind, but I'm going to let it just kind of blow and just wind with it and then come right back to where I am. That's what they're showing me. That's what he's telling me. Also understanding, again, like I said, respecting the spirit and the energies of the divine feminine, divine masculine within, and understanding differential. Like I said, like the wind, understanding I know your purpose. I know my purpose, but however I know that your purpose is when I will let you go ahead and just bend me, and then I'll come right back. So it's a admiring thing. Is more so being courteous when it comes to you, divine feminine. That's he's in communication. It's an admiration. It's like, okay, hey, you don't feel like talking to me. She didn't call me today. It's respect. In their minds, in your minds, it's like, why you ain't calling? You know, we talk, but then it's like so much. But in his mind, he's like, I'm trying to respect all parties that's involved, and that's why it's like that. Also saying again, but he is understanding that he is worried. He feels also that the divine feminine is worried about him. Because I would say it's when I see a child here, it's I'm picking up the word undevelopment, meaning that something is not developed. I think that's my baby. Something is not development, it's underdeveloped, it's not really coming to fruition like it is. It's still staying in that immature stage, it's still staying in that beginning stage. Again, it's like I'm getting worried, you know, it's something's becoming, I see the temperature there. It's like I know when in my chapter we will always say we want to take a temperature gauge of the people's feelings and where they are at on this idea that we bring it to the table. And then so like again, if we're trying to bring like the temperature of the room to really see, or the temperature of the partnership according to the divine feminine, and what she said where she's at right now, engaging as far as what the interaction is going on between the divine feminine and the divine masculine. You know, it's kind of like it's a little kind of be worrisome because it's not moving like it is. It don't seem like we were on both accords, so it's making things to be a little concerning, a little uneasy. Okay, for divine masculines that are in communication, you wants the divine feminine to know what. Okay, that was the card, but if it is so, it'll come back again. Clear. Ooh, that's a lot. I know you ain't had that much chapter and verse. Give it to me. Make it clear, make it plain. There we go. That he says, that when he thinks about you, he thinks that you are very down to earth. I hear the salt of the earth. Like you just really are like that. It's a salt, is a mineral that all things need, that's naturally made, that is part of the earth. And then you just like gold. That's just a mineral that's really well sought after and seeked as well. And so this is what he's saying again. This earth, you just the earth, you know, it's a groundedness there. It's just like Mother Earth when he thinks about you. That's funny. He's seen here when he says here the mothering here. It's like I'm worried about you, you know. And a lot of times say I'm all right, you know. When you do talk to your divine masculine, it's like nah, I don't think so. I'm not picking up that vibe right now. From you. So let's kind of really look and see. Let's look and see also as far as clear. What does the divine master want you to know? That's energies that's in communications with you. What's happening now? Said there's a betrayal there and there's sex there. Sex is involved. A lot of action of the sex there is involved, and there's a betrayal there in thinking. Okay. That's some interesting actions there. Let me see what they can tell me. What are we talking about as far as that? What's this betrayal? I need clarification on that. Clear. He keeps on saying the conflict is that again, as far as in communication with you and getting to you, he feels that he has betrayed you. It's a conflict about that because it's always in this room. There's this betrayal that had happened. Okay, because he sees you as a very, very mature woman. That knows all that. She's got this eyebrow check like I usually do. He's tell me like, what you looking at me like that for? Because it's like, right now, even if my face don't say, even if my mouth don't say it, my face will say that. Okay, interesting. Now this is a look of saying, I don't believe what the hell you just said. I don't know what the hell you think you feeding me. But if I was you, I already know what you think I don't know, I know. So again, that's that look here, okay? But she's got her hands here. Well, she is worried, okay? When I see a person wringing their hands there, that lets me know they're worried. It's like, okay, I'm gonna sit here, but okay. And when that eyebrow raised, like I said on my Facebook thing, when it was talk about Kamala Harris and stuff, and I said all them many faces there, I said a couple times she raised the eyebrow at Pence. And I was like, when that happens, that ain't good off of any woman, off of any color, race, creed, or whatever, ethnicity. When the eyebrow go up, it's like, oh, maybe you need to kind of back up a little bit, or you might need to retrace what you just said right there. So he believes that the divine feminine he feels that you are judging him, that you might be judgmental a little bit. But if he would really read your body language, you really are worried. You look stern here, like, I know, but at the same time you're worried. And to me, I would tell him, look, that's your entry right there, because ain't nobody who really don't give two F's about anything gonna be worried at the same time, because they gonna tell you, I ain't got time for it. I put two F's in the bucket and I just said, okay. So they're not going to be thinking about that. So my thing is that if you're the DM, that you're in communications with your divine feminine energies, I would say that's a potential for you to go on that, because again, there's worry here. Also understanding that they're trying to get you onto the pathway. So the pathway here is they're trying to get the divine masculines on the pathway. No, stop. They said what I said. That they understand that you're on the pathway of transformation. You're on your way to that. And it makes him feel that, hey, I got to get my into order, because now I got to mature. I got to have something to put on the table. I got to be more worldly and understanding about my locations and where I actually am. I've got to do more studying. I've got to let them kind of let this light in where I am kind of light up and give me some enlightenment about what's going on. So this is what that is about, that betrayal. Okay, what's about this sex? I need to know what this sex is about. I want your sex. Do 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 do. I want your love. Do 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 do. Sex and community. I don't know what reader I was watching one time. She looked like she had got way off bases. Talk about they participating in like swapping energy, swapping, like wife swap, or swapping, what you call swingers group. They participating in the swingers group. They going to sex parties, and they have orgies and all that stuff. I said, Lord have mercy. I don't know where the hell you was going off on this tangent here, but she was going off on something. I'm like, excuse me? I think I got an understanding of it. This could go so many ways of it. Okay, so we got sex in the action here. The sex thing here to me is one thing as saying holding them down as far as keeping that family atmosphere, that like it's being used in order to kind of create this kind of facade of their sweet family. It's kind of the one thing that's keeping the glue together as far as where they are, but at the same time it's like a smoking gun too. Some tells me also somebody's involved from the community, or somebody else is telling, I'm picking that up too, that's telling him to stay in it. Next card, when I was talking, is talking about the thief. maybe in this sex thing, he has a sense of family, like that's what you do, and this where he is. It's like something with the family that I'm picking up as well. He's got to take some action. I'm still picking up some of them, and I've seen that from other readers, that he's got to take some action to get control of this sex addiction and letting this sex overpower him. Because if this is what he wants, really, this sense of community, like he said, this is robbing him. This sex thing, okay, I see what you're saying. He wants this family thing, but this sex thing is robbing him. Okay, because again, if they got children, if they're involved in some kind of other third party situation, or they're in there, that's robbing them. The karmic is laughing at them. This other person, I won't say karmic, the remediator, or this other person, this third energy that's manipulating, let's just call a spade what it is, and not label it karmic, is in it, using their everything, wiles to tempt them and whatever like that. You got the child involved. The child is like tugging them and holding them there as well. They're the one that's killing time, and I mean literally killing time, that's stealing it, that they could be able to move on and move forward. Meanwhile, while they're in the situation, they are trying to act as if everything is okay. Everything is copacetic. Everything is all right, a-okay. But they're still questioning it. And really, the more further they sticking in this situation, the more of the light is behind them, instead of shedding their life onto their path, like the way he wants to be with you. Okay? What's going on and their lessons that they got to learn? What's going on with the lessons that they got to learn? Clear. Make it clear, make it plain. They have several. Okay, thank you. $13 here. Okay, let me go get the book. Thank God I'm down here. I can get the book, and the flow is dry. Yay! To a certain point. I am free to move about the country. Let's see. Cup 13, 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 cup 13. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Cuppy, cuppy, cuppy. All right. Okay, 11, 12, 13. The queen. Okay. The seducer risks the challenge to reveal that which is covered, to cover that which is revealed. So what he's got to learn, this big lesson that this DM that's in communications with you has got to learn about this, stop this seducing thing. To me, it seems like they're taking risk, and these risks has become a challenge for them. That's like it's been a stumbling block for them. So they got to understand that they got to get to the point that they've got to reveal. It's like you got to start being honest. You can't start be covering up and seducing people, not seeing your flaws or your shortcomings, or being extra charismatic, or doing things of that nature, and not really people seeing the real you, because this is a mask, and you're masking your emotions here as well. So we have to get to the point that we have to reveal what is covered, and to cover that which is revealed. Okay, so like my mom was talking about, everybody don't need to see your house. So that's, again, everybody shouldn't be welcomed at the table. Okay, everybody should be okay, got clearance to sit there. And I said that before about these friends. These friends is coming up, and everybody's kind of readings here, I'm seeing here. And the divine masculine, it doesn't matter if your communications or not communications, got to get to the point to understanding that everybody, you cannot be welcoming everybody. When you are divine, you got to get picky. It's got to become slim pickings. You got to get real picky as to the people that hang with you, because deceptively like that, they might seem like they with you, they're not. Some of them are there to suck up your energy or whatever it is that that's going on, and some of them are not coming there with true intentions. Okay, they're not believing what you saying. They sending kind of energies and thoughts that are blocking for you to move on, and they seem like they for you, but at the same time, he ain't gonna do nothing. He gonna stay right up in that relationship, or he ain't gonna do nothing. He ain't gonna get out that job. That's all he know. All he gonna be doing is working at McDonald's. So I don't know why he up there talking about he got this new idea to do this for X, Y, and Z, because that stuff ain't gonna work. But every time when he come to you like, man, yeah, that sounds like a good idea. Yeah, why don't you do that then? Yeah, man. Yeah, if you sell it to me, what I be? Oh yeah, absolutely, I'll buy that, absolutely. And then behind say, man, that ain't but a bunch of crap. You know what I'm saying? So that's something you got to watch with divine masculines. Also here, we got the number 1 here, which is really to me is like I'm just there. Here again, I can hear my mom saying when we were seeing this, we had to debate like that. It's like releasing if they're in a karmic situation, or you call it with somebody that's manipulative, or that's truly is not the one who's distorted, who's hiding things and not really listening to their own intuition and guides about the situation. This card here, I remember mine saying, I heard a voice say very loudly, it's like a release, let it go. Or he almost feel like he could wring her neck at this point, because it's just really done got to the point that it's that nervy. Okay. In this next card here, which is this 9 of Pentacles, let me see. I got a thing about what I think that is. Again, this is this betrayal again. The way out, theft, liberation, to abstain for something for material, well-being, seeking for the best of two worlds. He keeps talking about this betrayal, and he really feels that, this betrayal here, he feels like in some ways, like I got to come and to save you. I got to come back in his communications. But see, the problem is, if he coming back to try to help you, he's still in this, got to distort itself. I got to still learn a lesson. The lesson isn't finished, but he knows, even in the situation that he's in, that he really truly wants to come save you. So it's almost like, I don't know why I'm hearing Tony Braxton singing, unbreak my heart, say you love me again, say you encourage heart and the pain and walked out of my life to uncry these tears. I cried so many nights, unbreak my heart. So he feel like he need to come and unbreak your heart. For this one, he says like he's got to unbreak your heart. He feels also, again, he's wants to be intimate with you. He's also wants to be nurtured by you again, because he's touching the breast. And at the same time, you like, okay, now I see this man in here. Now it's like this man that whatever, some of you all that's in communications with your DM, it's like you have chosen somebody else and they ain't awoke. And it look like you saying, what? Like you coming out of this situation with this person. And he's like, no, get out of there. Get out of that bed. I need you. I need you to nurture me. And you like, some of them, she look like, I'm tired. I'm sleepy. How I'm going to help you, and I'm tired. I'm really tired at this point. So this is what it is with that. So he feels like, I'm going to look up this one here. And then I'm going to get over to the solutions very quickly. This is XVII. The stars, beauty, hope, farsighted, emotion, grace, gentleness, prediction, motivation, ideal, liberty. The sky above is the Rato Bridge. Okay, sky above the Rato Bridge. So to me, again, it's creating this bridge from one world to another, like it said there earlier. From trying to hope that it's the best of both worlds, that some kind of way that spirit or divine intervention would lead him to come from where he is now in this material world to the world to wherever you are, which he feels is more spiritual, more that from the world he is that's very hard to the world that he feels that with you will be more easier, okay, because you all are more one accord. So again, with this, understand the stars. So hoping and making that bridge from where he is to hopes, wishes, and dreams fulfilled when it comes to you. And this is what is he's got the lesson that he's got to learn. You got to cross the bridge, rover, send somebody over, whatever it is. In order for you to do that, I'm hearing like London Bridge is falling down. London Bridge is falling down, falling down, falling down. London Bridge is falling down, my fair lady. So in order for you to get your fair lady, that bridge, whatever that you have done, like they say, burning bridges with people that no longer serve you, you might have to find yourself doing that. With that, let that bridge that no longer serve you fall down, so you can get to your fair lady. Okay, that's what you need to put down. Put for that. And I'm saying I need to put that down so I know what that is too. What is this? Oh, please don't tell me. I know. No. Okay, goody. 3 times call me? I don't know who that is. Okay, well, I don't know who did that. Sorry. Okay, okay, let me write this down because I'll forget. I'll be like, what was that title again? That no longer serves you. You're a fair lady. Okay, wonderful. I got it. Okay, now let's look and see. And that's fine if it is. Let's look and see what is some advice they telling you. Clear for the divine feminine that's watching this. Now let's give you some advice because it don't help for him is this one. Transformation. Just continue to keep on creating that transformation for where you are. That's going to help him to transfer as well because if you got like look like that's a clear, I don't know, is that like a rose quartz thing as far as that, but you're out in the desert. You look like you're soaking up, and that fuchsia is again getting into your bliss, understanding, that's nice, and your crown chakra, getting in touch with that, and your orange, which is your sacral, how you're able to manifest and relate to others. Work with those things, transfer those things, really truly getting into your bliss. That's how you're going to help him. Also getting into, again, how you manifest and how you connect and making those healthy relationships, because where he's at, it ain't no healthy relationship right there. Okay, and then also letting the crown chakras come to you and get those downloads. That's how you can help your person. Okay, with that, because you want to say, how can I help them? That's one way that you could be able to do that. Okay. All right, and also clear what some relationship advice spirit wants to give you. Really, too. Okay, so it is, I can stop attracting don't wants by attention to do wants. So some of you all are thinking about, he came up here, you was tired, you worried, this is going to handle this. So the advice they're giving you is you cannot rid the world of things that bother you. You have got to rid your vibration of things that bother you. And when you rid your vibration of things that bother you, no things that bother you can come. But you cannot really rid anything from your vibration, because there is no exclusion in this attraction-based universe. The only way to stop attracting something that you don't want is by giving your attention to something that you do want. But you have to take small steps in it. Okay? Next one, I can attract relationships that agree with my desires. So you got to stop worrying. So it say people are not finding it difficult to find the mate of their dreams because that person is not out there, but because of their own contradictions to their own desires and the thoughts that they offer about the subject every day. When you constantly offer thoughts about your future relationship that feel good while you think them, then that means you are constantly matching the desires that you have discovered as you have lived life. And under those conditions, only someone in agreement with your desires could come to you. Okay, so just like he said he was inspired at the beginning, you've got to be inspired, and you got to go ahead and create this relationship. You've got to really stand firm and start thinking about thinking of the relationship that you want to come. Those of you all that's in communications, okay? That's the advice the Spirit is giving to you, and that's what you need to deal with in order to make this truly come into fruition, for them to stop being wishy-washy. Rather, they're in third energy party energies, which again, it could be the job that's a problem, it could be the family, it could be the friends, it could be the money, it could be anything. If they're even in what it is, they're with a distorted partner. Okay, so that is some of the things that you have to look at. All right, then, as always, stay uplifted, stay motivated, stay ascended. Namaste, namago. Love you. Please stay tuned for our 12/12 event that's happening on December the 12th at 12 p.m. Central Time for $12.12. It's the playground experience. We got also some friends on. So we also have Benita from Beautiful Warrior. As well, Wave of a Beautiful Warrior as well. She's going to be on there talking about the new dynamics and how to get ready for the new year, looking at the family dynamics and how the new children are coming in the wave. We're also having as well another special guest. I'm going to lock in and make sure that they are coming in on and to help. So right now we're getting it all together. So that's myself, April Williams, and Kathy D. So listen up and tune in to the commercial that follows. Thank you, and God bless.